The Warriors podcast is now on Patreon. Head to patreon.com/The Warriors and join our little gang. You get a bonus episode every Friday. It's your way of supporting the podcast and keeping this going. Every penny that we get from Patreon is going back into the podcast, so come and support the gang.
We want to keep making content for you. We've got some exciting videos planned, and it is you who can help us make that happen. And as a little thank you, at some of the higher tiers, we'll send you some little gifts, so you can get things like a cup, a signed card. Hell, I'll even send you a written apology for whatever I've said that's upset you. But do come and support the podcast, help keep it going, and show some love.
Warning. The following podcast contains two highly strung people talking about their anxieties, fears, and worries. If you find any of the content offensive, then we are genuinely really sorry. We won't do it again, honest. Sorry.
Hello and welcome to the Warriors podcast. It's me, Barry Dodds, joined by her, Hayley Ellis.
We are back.
Well, you are back.
Us as a podcast are back.
I've gone nowhere. We had to say, though, that we were having like a break. And I was like, God, everybody will think I've been off on holiday. But then again, you just look at my gig list and realise I'm still looking around.
Barry's not had any gigs for 2 weeks. He must be away. No, it's just normal. I've been Disney.
You've been to Disneyland, haven't you?
Yeah, most magical place on earth if your idea of magic is pushing a toddler around in 35-degree heat while they demand things, and if you don't give it them, they kick off.
Oh, was it hard work?
Oh, no, do you know what? It was brilliant. It's hard, isn't it, when you've got a kid, because you can't go on any of the rides you want to go on. Do you know?
Did you just take turns going on rides?
No, actually, we were completely selfless. We just went on all the rides that she could go on.
So, because this is one of the things I've always been jealous about Disney is about what the rides are like. So, what's Space Mountain like?
Didn't go on that because she's not tall enough. But you know, I have been on it before. It's all right. Do you know, there's Jim Gaffigan's got an amazing routine about Disney, and it's so funny. If you've been to Disney, listen to it. It's on Spotify, Jim Gaffigan. And he basically says how dated the rides are, because a lot of them are from when Disney opened.
Oh,
and you're queuing for like 2 hours, and he says about the Winnie the Pooh ride, and it really cracked me up. It's like, yeah, let's put them in a bumper car and put them in a room with a picture of Winnie the Pooh on the wall. Yeah. And it's like,
are they all a bit shit then, is it?
No, they're not shit, but they're not like, some of them are like, the new ones are like phenomenal. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Spider-Man. Is the Spider-Man roller
No, that's
coaster?
Universe. That's in Universal. So all the like Marvel stuff in Universal. So the Disney ones, they do this thing called Monsters Inc. Have you seen the film Monsters Inc?
No.
Great, genuinely good film. It is.
Really moving.
Really. I watched a really depressing film on the flight over. Why do we do it? Why do we watch depressing films on flights? And it was that After Sun with Paul Mescal. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, it's bleak.
Well, I when I flew back from Egypt once, I watched The Invention of Lying, starring Ricky Gervais.
Isn't that a comedy?
Apparently. He's an atheist. That's all you need to know.
No.
That's all you need to know.
I'm trying to think of rides that we went on. Let me get back on track.
Good ones. Good rides. Did you go in the castle? Was that any good?
You don't really go in the castle because it's like restaurants and stuff in there. The restaurants, listen to this, right? So you pay, it's extortionate, right? You know Disney's dear anyway, but we went to like one of those, like dinner with, so you get to meet the characters while you're having dinner, right? And it was so dear. Like, I nearly seen a vein in my boyfriend's head combust when he got the bill. Because, they usher you in and out really quickly. So it's like, they go, it's all you can eat buffet. And literally, you're just eating the main and they're putting the bill in front of you.
You're kidding.
And I'm like, fucking hell, like, it's so dear.
Buffet. If I go into an all-you-can-eat buffet, like an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet, I've cancelled the afternoon.
Not in Disney, you're not. They literally have Pluto and that Mickey and that come in. They meet all the kids, so like obviously their kids are buzzing, but you're there trying to shovel down as much as you can while Mickey Mouse is dancing around. She's like, I'm getting the money's worth. At one point, I said to my fella, I was like, he's like, oh my God, they're rushing us out, and I went, you need to eat more, and he went, I can't breathe through my nose. Comes to something when we can't even match the Americans for eating because we're like, oh God, we need to get money's worth.
Yeah, I know. Did you go on the Haunted Mansion ride?
Yeah.
Any good?
Well, my 3-year-old wasn't scared, you know. I mean, maybe on reflection, I probably shouldn't have took her in, but it was one of the ones she met the height requirement for.
Did you? But hang on. So the characters, they can't talk though, can they?
Well, this is another thing. So the characters like Donald and stuff like that, the Disney princesses talk to you because they're actual real humans, so they're not got like a mask on or anything.
Yeah.
Did I tell you, I was talking to Susan Riddle about this last night. I had an audition for Disney to do Euro Disney. Right?
Right.
I told you this.
No.
And what they did, this is years ago, obviously, so I must have been maybe 19 or something like that. And you get you all in the room, whatever. And I have this vague memory. So all the attractive women were just sort of put to one side. Like they were being...
Meanwhile.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I was getting sort of measured up for a toilet attendant uniform. They put all the attractive, like they were being trafficked or something. Like, yeah, you go over there, and you're like, all right, I see. So right, I've not made the princess list then. I'm just there with a man with 2 big front teeth. I'm like,
that is probably the world's first ever Tinder. Like, no, over there. No, we need a shelf stacker over there. Oh, yeah.
How big are your hands? We're looking for a mini. We went to meet the Mr. and Mrs. Incredible. And why are you laughing at that?
Just the names, just like in America that sounds really Mr. Incredible, whereas like in Nottingham, Mr. Incredible, he's got a job. Full-time employment.
There was a woman in the Disney shop, right? Listen, and it really made me laugh. So the really over the top staff. And she's like, hey there, what you doing? And anyway, she went up to this woman who was sort of like looking through stuff and this woman well, you'll find out what happened. So the Disney woman goes, hey there, what you doing over there? To this woman, and she went, are these 2 for $2.50 or what? From the northeast.
Geordie in Disney.
So abrupt.
I am an ex-partner of mine. Her sister used to work in the Disney store, like in some shopping centre, and I found out that because of course they've got to stand at the door and they've got to have Disney's morals and values, and even though it's just some shitty retail unit somewhere, they've still got to big smile, everything's great, you're in a little piece of Disney, it's amazing. And she told me that they're not allowed to stop people shoplifting. She says you'd have to say
ruin
things.
the magic.
No, you'd have to, sort of, you'd have to go, excuse me, I think you've forgotten to pay for this. I think you must have forgotten to pay for that. Oh, it must have slipped your mind. Oh, that's not a problem. Just go up the till, go. Yeah, they're not allowed to accuse you of shoplifting.
Bibbidi bobbidi stop. Just like...
I've got over the moon when I found that out, the amount of shit that I went on the nick.
Imagine talking to them in Disney language as a shoplifting, as a kicking up. Like someone comes in for complaint, like in a really rough, like I've had this Mickey's fucking shit. And like you just gotta be like, oh, like old Ned Flanders about it. Oakley dokley then.
Oakley dokley. Don't make me get the sheriff.
So when we met Mr. and Mrs. Incredible, my daughter, I said to her, why don't you show Mr. and Mrs. Incredible your muscles? And she went, because they don't talk back. And my fellow was like, why don't they put like a little voice in them so they can like say like stock phrases? And I was like, well, it won't work because like, that kids just ask random shit. Because we went to see The Little Mermaid, which is an actual human. Like the Disney princesses are real. Not the Little Mermaid isn't real, Barry. You look perplexed. So they're like actors just talking to the kids. They don't actually talk.
But she's just a normal woman.
She's not a mermaid. Am I having to explain the concept of what's real in Disney and what's not now?
Well,
Cinderella isn't
it's
real.
the fair, isn't it? I mean, it's posh as you like. We're still talking about the fair.
Anyway, so this Disney and the people.
But did she have legs?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That's all I want.
Because she wasn't in the water, Barry. God. But you're like, it's like explaining it to my kid. Yeah, she's got legs because she's not in the water, Barry.
Is that the rules? Right.
Yeah.
Legs on land, fish in water. Right.
Anyway, the couple in front of us were asking the Disney woman, like, what sort of questions the kids ask her. And she said, oh, all sorts. She's like, they bring her stones from the sea as like little presents. They like say, why has she got legs? Like what you're asking. So like, and you can imagine you can imagine like what stuff kids come out with. So they couldn't just have stock phrases because it'd be like,
how'd you go up the toilet if you're a fish?
Yeah.
Like, do people put your poo and sell it as like caviar?
Do you reckon the Little Mermaid just has one long string of poo just coming out of a bone now? No, like that? Oh, that'd make it. That's a gross film, isn't it?
God, I've forgotten all the. What is it with goldfish's nipsies that they can't just snap it off? If there's any biologists or science people, let us know what's going on with fish's arseholes.
Let's do some worries.
Talking about Disney.
Do you know what? When I worked in a school, right, and they were talking about Cinderella, and they were like, when he goes round, this really made me laugh. I tried to do a bit of material, but it just didn't work because I don't think people believed that kid said it, but she genuinely did. Do you know when they tried on the shoe?
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, is this her? Is this her? The girl just went, why didn't he just look at her face? Like, then he'd know it's her.
Yeah. Maybe he had that thing that MC Hammersmith's got.
Or maybe he was just objectifying her and looking at another part of her body.
Or shit-faced. It was a party. I once was chatting to a girl at a nightclub for an hour, doing really, really well. Went to get her a drink from the bar. Completely forgot what she looked like. Couldn't.
Or she left.
I'd never even thought that possibility until now.
Yeah. She was sat there. Shall we do our worries?
Yes.
Worries.
What you worried about? Tell me your worries, Hayley Ellis, swanning round Disneyland. Oh, what's stressing you out? What's worried you?
I mentioned that I did a new material like last night, and I mentioned this because it did genuinely happen, and it is sort of stressing me out in a way as well. So my daughter's been a bit of a nightmare with her food, and she was really bad when we were away. So she literally, I tell you what, she could go on SAS, that girl. She does not crack. You can't bribe her with anything. Do you know, she'd be a great spy, because you'll be like, if you eat that, you get an ice cream. She's like, don't care, not even bothered, don't even want ice cream. She'd be like, honestly.
Oh, really?
I could say to her, if you eat that, I will buy you Peppa Pig's house. I don't care, I don't even want it. She like will literally, if she set her mind on something, she will not do it. Right?
Yeah, but she's worked out that you're such a soft touch anyway. It doesn't matter what she does. She's still going to get the thing that she wants. I mean,
know,
she's in fucking Disneyland, for God's sake. She's got you two worked out. She's not stupid.
True.
Right, do you want my worry?
Yeah.
And this is the reason why I said to you, we've got to keep it a bit tight today. I finally, like a couple of days ago, I'd had enough of the grass in my back garden. I was like...
I thought you meant like weed then.
Oh, no. No,
still on that. No, he doesn't, by the way.
No, I just... Like, there's obviously... There must be a bit where the cat goes to have a piss or something. Or next door's cat or something, because I've seen next door's cat knocking around the bush. That's not euphemism. It's just like I'm convinced that they're having some sort of scent off. But I was just like, I'm sick of it. The 2 years running now, I've been trying to get rid of these patches of grass, and if anything, they're growing. They're getting bigger.
It's the same in our garden where the dog's done wheeze on it. It's sort of like, do you know that bit in Graham Norton's hair, which is a different colour? Do you know what I mean? That's what it's like on the grass.
Yeah, well, I'm imagine the levels of OCD that I've got. Every time I look at that, I'm like, I can't even see the rest of the luscious green grass. The greenest grass in the street, by the way, because of the amount of lawn feed and everything that I've been putting on it, watering it every time I get in from a gig and everything. I've got the greenest, fastest growing grass in the street, but a big fucking patch. And in the
green grass, except for that.
And I thought, I've had enough. I've had enough of this. I'm gonna re-turf it. So I looked into re-turfing it.
Oh God!
Put my measurements in. 120 quid.
How big? How big?
No, it's not. It's not a very big area of grass.
So 120 quid for some turf.
Yeah, for like grass, and I just thought, well, that's expensive.
What have you done? Have you been down a park?
No, sorry. I went to snooker club and asked me mate Andy, and I went, do you know anywhere I can get some cheap turf? And he said, what are your measurements? Give him the measurements. He went, how much are you being quoted? I said 120, and he went, I'll do that. I can get that for 50. So I was like, brilliant. I thought that's a result. It turned up today. I'd take a photograph, but I know that I'd be incriminating myself and him. It's not in rolls. It's like in slabs of grass, and one of them's got fucking weeds and shit in it. Somewhere round here, there's a fucking bit of park that's missing.
Do you know what they're going to be like? It's going to be like those, what were those crop circles? And they're going to be like, somewhere in Nottingham, they're like, it's really weird. It's like chess pieces missing.
But the thing is, because it's just been like dug and then just like ripped, obviously, in the middle of the night, it's none of it's in like, they're not in any size. It's basically, I've got a lawn jigsaw.
You've got like a swing on one of the pieces and like a seesaw.
There's one bit, there's this stone in it, right? And I looked to it, and I can't quite make out what it is, but it's like in loving memory, something like that, right? But it's loads of flowers on that bit anyway. But it's just random bits of grass that do all go together to make one bit of it. So I'm going to go out. I'm going to wait till it gets dark because it's fucking
Well, that'll look even worse if you wait till it gets dark and you're out the back with a shovel.
No, it'll not be a shovel. I'm just gonna lay it. But I mean,
that will look 10 times worse than doing it in the daytime. I tell you now, they'll be like, "Fucking Barry's never out," and now he's all of a sudden he's out at midnight doing the lawn.
He's out. Well, why is he starting with the corners?
Yeah.
But
why is he trying to look at the front of a box lid?
He's looking at a picture of Google Earth and a picture of the local park. It's honestly, it's got, like I say, one of them, there's a dandelion in it. He's just fucking slid a shovel through. And I've got half the local park in my back garden.
I can't wait for that local paper headline, because that's coming.
I'll have a picture of some five-a-side team holding a football doing sad face. In the background, just a big 10 by 10 square cut out with a load of tyre tracks.
Let me tell you my worry. So, obviously, you've been away. You use hotels. Now, obviously, we've spoke about hotels a lot in the past on this podcast and bad hotels, but I seen a TikTok, right? And now I already don't use hotel kettles because I've heard things about people pissing in them, boiling eggs in them and stuff like that, yeah? But now, I seen a TikTok the other day from hotel cleaners where they're like, don't use, do you know the shampoos and body washes if you can take them off? Because this hotel cleaner has found like men's, you know.
What?
Like.
Why are they doing
spunk,
that?
Barry. Spunk. I don't know.
I get it, but...
I don't know, right? And she said one of them they found Veet in it, which is, you know what Veet is, don't you?
Everyone leaving bald. spooky strange room 414. It's cursed. Everybody goes in there. Man, woman, and child comes out completely bald.
How vindictive is that? When you're leaving the hotel, go, do you know what? In the shampoo, I'm putting Veet.
I know what I'm doing this weekend in the travel lodge.
So, don't get me wrong, I barely use them anyway, but now I'm like, oh, fucking hell. Like, hotel, you're meant to relax in. And now I'm so paranoid. But I said this on stage last night, but I was saying to Andrew, put my makeup in the safe. And he's like, why? And I was like, so on the cleaner using it. And it's not going to use your cheap makeup, like your fucking George Asda foundation. She's going to be like, oh, finally, I can spritz some Charlie Red on me. Like,
Charlie Red? How old are you?
I'm
14?
joking. I'm joking. That was a joke.
Oh.
But yeah, so now I'm even.
That's amazing. Who? Oh God! What a shit house thing to do.
Yeah, but why are these doing like? Yeah,
why the spaff?
Just someone obviously gets off on. But how they getting it in a? I mean, it's a lot of work, that isn't it?
I'm more thinking if they got a funnel, because
the prep to go into that.
Yeah, because that's a little. You've either you fucking dead eye, or
dead eye dick. Imagine that though, like Barry, you say at the travel lodge this weekend. Why have you got a funnel with you? Oh, no reason, and a box of Veet. No reason. I need to get off TikTok and stuff now because things like this. Because obviously that's just.
It? You'd never know.
Well,
the Veet, you'd know because you'd be bald.
Well, yeah, you'd be like, that's patchy now. That's shower gel. All my underarm hair's gone.
But how do you check for?
What, your skin starts glowing?
Don't be doing anything fruity with a shampoo bottle, otherwise you'll have a little Vosine baby.
Can you get pregnant in your hair? You can if you stay in a travel lodge. That wasn't a travel lodge, by the way.
It's time for your worries. BJ will make them worse.
So, we've had a message from Kurt, who says, the worry I've got is pretty mundane, but whenever I need to use the pedestrian crossing at traffic lights, I won't cross unless the man is green. So there could be no cars moving, but I feel as though if I did try to run across, suddenly the traffic would move. So I will awkwardly stand there when I probably could cross. But what makes it worse is that when people around me then cross and I feel the added pressure to also cross, but don't, and then feel silly for not doing so. I'm not entirely sure where I feel that level of self-consciousness, so I pretend to be looking at my phone until I know it's clear to cross.
That's conditioning that. That's from being, as a kid, just told, like, you've got to do that, you've got to do that. That's why you fight in your own brain to, just to not do as you've been told.
But it is also safety.
Yeah, safety. Yeah, like, because I mean, like, I never wait for it. I press it every now and again. Have you ever felt underneath one?
I was going to say that to you. Yeah, it's for people who are blind or partially sighted. Underneath it moves around, doesn't it? So it spins to let them know.
Secret world of the blind. I just go. I don't wait, but every now and again I'll do it, and I'll be like, like a mum with a kid, and you can feel them burning their eyes into the back of your head, like, I'm trying to teach them the right thing to do, and you bucking it up, fat lad. Just get back and stand.
You bumbling across the road to get to Greg's before it shuts. Rolling off car bonnets.
All right, don't think I didn't notice the Greg slam there, by the way. All right, how was your all-you-can-eat buffet in America? You know when I said you're looking well? Cool. Oh, you're looking healthy.
I've actually lost weight being away. Thank you. Because I was doing 20,000 steps pushing a mini Elton John in a buggy. I want it now.
Well, that's another bit of conditioning from when you were a kid. Is you get to, because I read Paul McKenna's book, I Can Make You Thin, right? Keep your smart arse.
All I'm saying is he won't want that endorsement.
Right. And the first thing it teaches you, and that is that, because you taught a clean plate is a good thing. Like, oh, you've eaten all you did. So apparently, when we're eating, you should just stop as soon as you feel full. You shouldn't finish the plate. And apparently they did this test where they got a load of builders and just said, like, what would you have for your breakfast? And, of course, it's all, like, big English fry-up. And they blindfolded them all and sat them down and said, what you need to do is we just want you to stop eating just when you're full, like, you know, just what you would normally have. And none of them finished their breakfast. There was just loads left.
Well, that's probably because they were missing the mouths because they're blindfolded.
No, it's just like, but I just thought that's fascinating. You just condition from a kid, and that's what it is with the Green Man. Just throw caution to the wind, Kurt.
No, Kurt, please don't, because I don't want to have to read out like a memoriam to you on this. Like, Kurt actually, what he did is he crossed the road during rush hour because Barry said, "Take a chance."
You only live once. And do you know what? What if you're stood there one day and, like, there's one of those lorries, like a big uneven load on the back, and it just, like, comes off and, oh, bang, straight on the where you'd be stood. But if you just walked before the Green Man, you'd be clear.
Making people's anxieties worse since 2022, the Warriors podcast.
No, just if it's bothering you, just take my advice and just caution to the wind, but don't do it in front of a pushy mum.
Okay, I would just say, just wait. It's only 10 seconds. You know what I mean? Just do what you're doing, Kurt. Don't worry about it.
It's not that much of an issue, to be honest with you.
It's not an issue, is it? But thank you for your worry.
Thanks for joining us this week on The Warriors. Here she is. She's back. Oh, she's looking very white. I'm convinced Hayley's had a bit of work done while she's been away, because honestly, her teeth are glowing on this camera.
It's because this is the first time I've not got a tan, but I've got a tiny little bit of colour in my face. And like, so it...
What's wrong with that shampoo bottle?
It's a shampoo. Oh, no.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye. You have been listening to the Warriors podcast, hosted by me, Hayley Ellis, and him, Barry Dodds.
All artwork by John Cooper and Matthew Reed. All editing and audio by Hayley and Barry, with additional sound production by Grinters.
If you'd like to get in touch, then send us an email to thewarriorspodcast@gmail.com, or you can find us on Twitter @thewarriorspod.
Thanks for listening.